Hello, ambitious people, and welcome to the Founder Games Podcast. I'm your host, Alexander Dinev, and today I'm here with Neja and Ziga from OpenPledge. How are you guys doing?
Great, thank you.
Amazing.
Nice to have you here. I would firstly start off the podcast with a little bit of an introduction. Maybe tell me more about yourselves and also about your podcast.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. I'm Neja, CEO of OpenPledge.
I'm Ziga. I'm CTO of OpenPledge.
Co-founders of our first startup, and we are very excited to be on this journey. We already learned a lot and still learning, of course. OpenPledge is a platform for open source community. It's actually a marketplace, and we connect open source developers with pledgers. So
we make open source more sustainable.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'm sure that's generally what OpenPledge is. What inspired you guys to start your own business?
Well, actually, Ziga is always full of ideas, and we are partners in private also, so we talk a lot, and he always brings ideas to me and talk to me, and I'm usually like, nah, this already exists, or no, this wouldn't
Usually
be
I annoy
great.
her.
Yeah, he annoys me.
Understandable.
And then one day he started bringing this one problem more frequently, and that's how we actually then brainstormed the idea about OpenPledge, because I started to be more interested in this problem and noticed that it's actually very big. So I became curious what it's open source and what it's all about.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the OpenPledge was born.
Yeah, under the shower.
Under the shower, actually, yes.
That's when the ideas usually get born, the best ideas. Under the shower, before you fall asleep, it's always then.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I was actually brushing my teeth, and I was,
You're like,
oh, okay.
That is cool. That is nice that you guys are not only business partners, but also partners in private. And finally, you suggested an idea that is not already done, or like something that is worth trying, and I'm glad you guys both tried. Well, working together, aside from being a couple together, as business partners, do you have misunderstandings? How does that work in between each other? Is it the working process smooth, or you have some bumps here and there?
Yeah, of course, we have a lot of bumps here and there. Usually the private ones and the business ones overlap as well, but we are not that bad at it at all. So
No, I would say we don't have a lot of conflict, especially regarding business. I mean, in private too.
What are you trying to say?
No, I think that our disagreements usually kind of collapse.
Yeah.
But I think we solve them pretty effectively, because
we need to. There is no other way.
we need to.
You can go home from your work because your work is at home. So you
right.
gotta resolve it as soon as possible. So
Yeah.
I guess this is a good thing. Not a bad one.
Yeah. I mean, something must be wrong if there's no bumps in the road. You need to have at least conflicts here and there, and all that matters in those situations is knowing how to manage it and understanding each other.
Exactly.
Which, since you try to resolve them quickly, it means that you guys truly understand each other, which is amazing. What would you say are your biggest strengths? So you tell me 3 strengths about him, and you tell me 3 strengths about her.
Okay.
Would you like to start?
Yeah, I can start. Ziga acts very fast when it's needed. I think that's one of the biggest strengths he has. Also, he usually stays very positive. And what else?
She's like, I can't think of anything. And then I asked her to say like all the bad things, and she's starting, well, this and that.
Should take out a book and
No,
chapter 12. I'm kidding.
that's not true. Yeah, fast action, positive, and he calms down very quickly, actually. Maybe this one, yes.
Great. Now, what about her?
Neja is the most organized person I have ever met, so this brings a lot of value to the startup because I'm like fast acting, as she said, but I'm all over the place, and only with me, startup would I don't know, we would be never. So because of her, we are making progress. And also, she's the CEO, and there's a good reason for it because she's a very good decision maker, especially in like hard, stressful times. When I'm like overwhelmed with everything, she just said it would be this way, and we go forward. So, yeah.
Girl boss.
Girl boss, yeah. Was that 1, 2, 3? I don't know how much I said.
I think it were 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
I'm flattered.
Okay.
stop. I'm gonna like blush here. I'm like, oh, so cute. Okay. What would you say are like now, personally, your personal weaknesses? So at least one weakness for each other. Personally, not for each other, but like personal, one weakness.
I can do it for me. I am a developer since forever, and this means that I have very little social skills. Yeah, and like connecting with other people is a struggle for me still. And yeah, I would say this is not ideal when you have a startup and a company, since company literally means multiple people. And
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
kind of, I wouldn't say like forced, but you must be
Yeah.
around people.
Mm,
Well, through time, I think you'll build that skill. So
I hope so.
just talk to people more. Go on more podcasts.
Good start.
What about you?
I would say that I can be very anxious in a way, and sometimes that's not the best if you have a startup, let's say that way.
Do you know, like, there's a saying, fake it till you make it.
Yeah,
So even when you feel anxious, you need to like stand still, hold your ground, and not let that like affect you or like your confidence and how people perceive you in a way. Okay, well, now you know the things that you both can work on. Aside from that, what are some achievements that you're like very proud of so far? What is something that you achieved with your company that you're like proud?
I mean, the first one was probably at your faculty. Like at the very beginning, we went on a startup weekend on Neja's faculty of economics, or how it's called.
yeah.
And we actually won there and got ourselves a first investment relationship.
Oh, great
So,
job.
yeah, that was in our idea phase of company, so it was pretty early, and I think that was one of the
Yeah, of course.
first and the best achievements.
Yeah, of course. But now, this week, actually, we got our first clients
Yeah.
to be on our platform. So that's
Oh.
a really nice milestone as well. So we are very proud of
Great
that.
job, guys. Good job. What is some feedback that you've received from clients or like other people? Have you received any feedback?
Yeah,
Thus far?
we did. We the occurring feedback that we get is that we should also be open source, right? But this can get a little bit technical.
Yeah.
But
We should not discuss this any further because people will fall asleep.
yeah,
Okay.
but we can assure that we will be open source.
Yeah,
like we should be, because we are doing things in open source.
Yeah.
So we're working on it.
Yeah. And a lot of feedback was also useful because when you get feedback from actual users, you get information from their perspective that we didn't think about it through our eyes. So
Right.
it was really valuable talking to some companies that would have benefit from our company. And yeah.
Great, great. Well, let's move aside the technical stuff. Let's ask a more like fun question, I guess. Where do you see your startup in the next 3 years? How do you see yourself growing?
Probably having our own podcast.
Oh, nice. Can I be the first guest?
Yeah, we'll see.
I know nothing about programming, but still.
We'll just have fun questions for you.
Yeah. What's your Tinder bio?
Yeah,
For your
what's your
startup?
Tinder bio, yeah. We have like plans for conquering a few niches in open source, so covering a part of open source and establishing a new way how open source, how developers should be interacting with those projects, and that the donating should not be something that is not usual at all. So
companies need to understand that sustainability is not just environmental thing, or it's also about sustainable code, and
yeah.
I think that they should understand that it's the right thing to do to pledge or give funds to developers in open source community, because they are working very hard without recognition. So I think that's important. So we will absolutely spread this
Message,
our mission
yeah.
message, across, and to other technologies also. So
amazing. Good job. My last question would have to be, where can people find OpenPledge?
OpenPledge.io.
and also on LinkedIn, and on our page you can access also a Discord server.
Yeah. Where we run our local community for all open source developers and companies. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Great.
That's for now.
Well, if we have anything else, we'll update them on your guys' podcast. If you open it. It was so nice talking to you guys. I love your energy. I love that you're business partners, and also aside from that, like private partners. Can't wait to see you guys grow, and hopefully we can talk again soon. Hopefully you also enjoyed this conversation with me. Thank you everyone for watching today's podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot, and visit openpledge.io to check the guys out and support them. And we will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.